Well, welcome back over to a really beautiful sunny morning here in Blakeney. So sunny I can't really film straight into the sun. Over here with the dogs for a setup. We've got a weekend let coming in. Just walk them down the front. Yes, your breakfast's ready, Poppy. Let me go and feed her and then we'll show you the rest of the garden here over at Blakeney. Spring colour here is really coming on now. Beautiful little primroses. Euphorbias really in full flower. Plenty to come on as well. Snowdrops just finishing in the background. Then we've got these muscari which will come up, and then following on from that, these are my bluebells just coming through the ground. Aquilegia really coming on here in the sheltered courtyard at the entrance to Gardeners Cottage. We've got prunus blossom just about to burst forth in this hedge, and underneath it flowering currant. So one of my favourite ones, this, a really deep dark red. So many of them are light pink, which are lovely, but this one's extra special. Colour depth in it's just spectacular. Around here on the southern face of the house and the back garden, the muscari are so much further on than around the gate. Beautiful scented little blossoms. Lovely little clumps of them there. And they've seeded all over this entrance. Loads of green, loads to come on. Little tete-a-tetes flowering. And my agapanthus doing really nicely in the background. They've not been knocked nearly as hard back this winter. We've had a very mild, snow-free and largely frost-free January and February, so these are coming on and they should flower all the better for it later in the season. All the February gold or tete-a-tete daffodils we put out last season have overwintered beautifully and are coming on nicely. The taller varieties, we had heavy rain overnight, they've really been knocked over. The large ice maiden ones may end up in a vase rather than head down as they are at the moment. They may come back up, but usually once they've gone over like that, best thing to do is pick them. Got some tidying up to do in these borders, just picking over them, and some cutting back. Probably going to take these buddleias, a pair of them, hard back this season because they're growing so far out, starting to obstruct the grass passageway here and also not letting much light through to the lower border. But it's generally looking very nice. And in this morning sunshine, going to cut this grass in a minute once it's a bit drier. Going to have a coffee first, let it dry out, and then we'll just run over this just to tidy it up for the guests coming in. Won't be long looking at the buds coming out on this Amelanchier before this bursts forth. Going to be early this year, probably end of March rather than into April. It's a beautiful tree when it does open up. Gives you that marvellous spring colour followed by the autumn leaves going absolutely orangey red. Good value all around. This little border we need to do some tidying up on. Disturbing all the pigeons above me. Spring flowers are looking very nice in it. It's mainly roses at the back there that really didn't get going last summer particularly well, but luckily it wasn't droughted too long and they did manage to get their roots down, so I'm hopeful this year is going to be the year we really see that colour coming forward from those newly planted roses. Daffs, so lovely in the spring sunshine, really popping. These really shouldn't be flowering yet, but they've been flowering here all winter. Quite bizarrely, we filmed these in November, December and January in flower, still with the seed heads on them, and now they're just coming back into a full spring flowering incredibly early because they don't, as you can see, get the morning sunlight. They will get a roasting from around 2 o'clock this afternoon. This is in full sun. So looking very nice, very lush. New green growth starting on the bank with scattering of daffodils. Not bad for middle of March really, is it? Quite happy with the progress we've got here this year.